Greetings all, Vanna here for the Fire Signs Weekend Message. I love this message already, not just where I was pulled to do this message at this botanical garden, but what has occurred while I was getting ready for this. You have so much life coming in around you. I've had spiders crawling on my decks, and dragonflies and things buzzing around me. It's so beautiful. And to have the Ten of Swords in reverse be the first card out of the deck, it explains your pre-shuffle cards that I got, and I used charms today instead of the dice. So for Aries, the pre-shuffle card and charm was humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. And the charm stated, be still and know. Be still and know that this hurt came with heavy lessons that you have learned, that all of that is a time of your life that you are passing by. The phrase, this too shall pass, has been very heavy in my life recently. And it is a reminder to you as well, my fire signs, that this current struggle that you are feeling, let me see if I can adjust this so the sun isn't drowning me out so much. Your life has been a life of sacrifice. Your life has been a life of one where you have given up for the sake of other people. And I feel that it is a part of your story to tell, because you also got the book with this one. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addiction. It is a sacrifice to love. So when Spirit makes things uncomfortable in your life, when Spirit makes things unbearable to deal with, it is because they are asking you to let go of what is making you uncomfortable, what is making your situation unbearable. Let it go. That's a siren. That is an actual siren. Something wants to come in for you, especially the Sagittarius's expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. And that is exactly what you have been in, is an exhausted ego trying to keep everything in control. But especially with the bottom of the deck, you are wanting freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. And that takes humility. That does take a moment of saying, you know what, this thing that I have been working on, this thing that I have been doing, it is not for me anymore. And I am looking for new things. And Spirit is guiding you to that. The Sagittarius has got the treasure chest and the dragonfly. And this is like an ancestral gift. Because of the sacrifices, because of the work that you have went through, you have overcome the challenges and limitations that your ancestors were trying to do. But again, a rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego will not recognize a being of love and light for what they are, because they are so hurt, because they are so frustrated, and as to why their own works have not gone well. And so when you see a being of light, there is one of two reactions. You are either in a receptive energy, you recognize their divinity and resonate with it, or you completely reject it because you're not in a place where you can accept or recognize or want that energy in your own life. And it's one of the hardest challenges we face as spiritualists, is understanding that it is not our job to save the world. It is our job to live our lives in our authenticity, in our greatest and highest and brightest, and hope that it inspires people to ask a question. Because that's the thing. You have to want this change. You have to say, what can I get rid of? What can I change? What can I do to make myself happier? And then start paying attention to what comes up in your life. If you want something to start making you happier and something annoys you, that's something that needs to be removed. That's something that needs to have a boundary with it. And I don't feel like boundaries have not been respected. Two of Cups in reverse, boundaries have not been respected. Boundaries have not been understood. And it's led to you working very hard and having judgment. And this judgment is what breeds bigotry. This judgment is what breeds racism and hate. And so, Ten of Cups at the bottom, Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But Ten of Cups might be important. King of Cups was actually underneath that, so that's where that Cups energy was coming from. So your fulfillment right now is asking you to have some of this humility to where you have been in your own way, where your hate, your frustration, and your anger for how this world has treated you, how this world has put you down and kept you beaten. You have to recognize where that is blocking your own soul growth and your own life lessons. And I'm saying this as someone who still carries anger and resentment. I am currently in the process of doing a lot of religious healing with the ascended master that is Jesus, or Yeshua. And in doing so, I have started formulating a new relationship with Christ consciousness. Now, it is not Christianity. I am not for Christianity and the controlling religion that it is. But the story of Yeshua himself and what he came here to do, from the goddess Sophia, the goddess of wisdom and the divine matriarch of the entire universe, she was the one that created and birthed Jesus. She was the one that sent him here with his mission to love. Because the divine masculine energy that created the material world left it in darkness and hate. And so we needed the divine feminine to come in and bring us love. And that divine feminine energy is waking up again. Study and higher learning is coming in for you right now, my fire signs, because our world is expanding in a way that we have been working for a very long time, in a way of love, in a way of understanding, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. You are waking up, and it doesn't matter if you've been on this journey for a while. I've been on a spiritual journey since I was 10 years old, starting again at 16, and I have gone through many, many awakenings in my 24 years. You have to understand that, my love, is that you will always have something to work on, but that always means that you have a higher level to reach to. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Again, divine feminine energy coming in, reminding us about the sweetness in creations. To not be so much of a giving divine masculine energy, but to also receive. And that is difficult because when we have been hurt in these ways, we learn to keep walls up. There are so many birds flying over there. Oh my days. There was like a blue jay with some brown birds. That's so beautiful. See, you are going to stand out from the crowd. And it is because of how much you have experienced in this lifetime and past. You carry with you so much knowledge and information. Seed the light by staying grounded. I want you to take some time, even if all you can take for yourself is 5 minutes holding a house plant. You need to ground yourself because your entire world is shifting, and the fear that you are feeling now is the fear of your current ego trying to hold on to the control that they have gotten in this version of your life. But this version of your life is no longer serving the greatest and highest good that Spirit is trying to guide you to, my love. So please, do not mourn the loss of what you once were because you think that you will never have anything again. You are always evolving into another beautiful phase of yourself. Love yourself enough to allow yourself to change in a way that you are not expecting. Because I promise you, the Divine's plan is so much better than your own. Have a beautiful day, my love.